What's up guys, so today I'm gonna try and install the N2MB WOT box. So I guess I'm gonna try and give you guys a how-to, so maybe I can help you guys out. This is my first time doing it, or actually second time. I tried to do this last night and it didn't go at all like how I planned, but I did some more research and I think I can do it. So yeah, we're gonna give it another try today, but like I said, I'm gonna try and show you guys more or less what I'm doing so that maybe I can help you out. So first, and that's to disconnect the battery. So what I'm gonna be using is just this is a 12, but I'm gonna get it's a 13 box wrench. Then once you take it off, all I did was wrap it in a old towel just so that it wouldn't get in contact. That's just safer in my opinion. So that's what I'm gonna do. So now we're gonna go disconnect the computer and go look at those wires. So I already took this off earlier, but this is basically the kick panel that goes right here on the side. There's gonna be a push pin over here on this corner. All you're gonna do is just push this out, right? But before you do that, all you're gonna do is lift up on this little rail right here. You lift it up so that this can come out under from it. So you're gonna lift this up and then take this out. Now you gotta be careful with the side panel because as you can see, mine was already broken. I didn't break it right now, but right here there's two points and they go in those holes. So as you can see, the other one is up there, and then I only use one. Even then, I mean, it's whatever because it stays on there with the push pin and the rail, but yeah, just be careful. And then once you take this out, just put it aside. And then now we're gonna take out 3 bolts. So there's gonna be one here, one right here, and then that green one over there, which is a ground. So that one, this one, and this one. Now let me go ahead and find the size. All right guys, so the size that ended up fitting was gonna be a size 7. It should fit that one and the other one as well. However, that last one over there is gonna be a different size, but we'll get to that in a bit. So go ahead and just take these 2 off first. All right, so then this last green one over here is gonna be a size 9, size 9. So then it should be able to fit, you see, right there. So down, I'm just gonna go ahead and take this one off. This right here is a little bracket with these wires. It's movable. So this is a PCM right here. We need to take out this black part. And if you guys can see right there, this right here is holding the computer. It's like think of it like a holster for the computer. So some people don't take it off, some people do. What I'm gonna do is take it off just so I have a little bit more wiggle room with the computer. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this little one off right here, and it's going to be a size 5. It's gonna be a size 5. So right now I'm just gonna go ahead and take it off, and then take off the plug-in port for the computer. I already took off the screw. As you guys can see, you move the little holster, and now the computer has a little bit more wiggle room, if you guys can see that. So now all we gotta do is go ahead and take off. There's a screw down here under the computer. Right here, you see the computer, this is the holster that we took out. So since we took out this little screw right here, the computer is able to wiggle around more. So now we're gonna take off this little connection right here, and to take it off, I don't know if you guys can see the bolt right there. So right there, it's gonna be a size 10. So what you want to do is go ahead and screw it out as much as you can, all the way, and then you're gonna have to pull the plug out. So first you gotta make sure that this is screwed out all the way. It's not gonna come out, it stays on the clip itself. So just keep unscrewing it and loosening it till you can't anymore, and then go ahead and just gently pull this down. I went ahead and loosened the bolt right there. So now this computer should be able to just disconnect down. So you just gently pull it down, and it should be able to disconnect. See, there it goes, there it goes. Just gotta be careful because there's a lot of important pins here. So I'm gonna go ahead and use both hands. So I went ahead and disconnected it already. And the harness is on this side. I'm gonna put it through these wires over here and put it on this side, so just I have more work room over here. So I'm just gonna move it to this side. But look at that right there is the connector. The wires that we want to get to are under here in this area. So What we're gonna do now is there's 4 clips, 1, 2, and then 2 more on this side right there. So in order for us to take off the clip, we're gonna have to just pry these little clips very gently with a screwdriver. I'm gonna put it in between here, pry it, put it in between here, pry it, and then do the same for this side. Put it in here, pry it, and then gently pull back on this black cover right here, down. And then it's gonna expose all the wires down here. So just like that, I pried all the little clips out, and this should come down. It's just kind of a tight fit because there's a lot of wires down here. I'm gonna go ahead and use 2 hands so I can be careful, but as you can see, it's already coming off. All right, so the one we're gonna need to mess with is pin 21, which is over here by my thumb, the dark blue one. This right here says 26, so this is 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, which is the gray one, and 21, which is the blue one right here. So that's the one that needs to be spliced into. So originally this wire, it's supposed to stay connected. It's right here, there's tape, right? So I messed up here yesterday. I actually cut the wire in half, and I wasn't supposed to. So I panicked, and all I did was well, actually my friend Aaron, he soldered this back together, thanks to Aaron. But now I'm gonna take off this tape, expose the solder, and add the yellow wire of the WOT box to this wire, because that's what it's supposed to go. It's supposed to connect to this current right here on the dark blue wire. And I actually put a picture of the pin in the link in the description, or I could just add it right here. As you can see, pin 21 is going to be the crank position sensor, and it's pin number 21, so right here. So now I'm going to take off the tape and splice the yellow into the solder. But yeah, I'm just going to add a little bit of solder so it'll be together like a T, if that makes sense. So let me take this off. I got this piece of metal from my house. I just found it somewhere just to cover the other wires. I went ahead and twisted the yellow around the open section of the blue wire, which we're trying to get into. So yellow to blue, pin 21, and I just wrapped it around. So now I'm just gonna add the solder right there where it's where they're both touching. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. We got the yellow wire soldered to the blue, as you guys can see right here. And I went ahead and taped it up already, the part that was exposed, so it's nice and covered. And then now onto the next wire. Right there, I already got the gray and white wire, which is going to be the TPS wire, and this one is pin 89. So this one right here is pin 89. As you can see, I already went ahead and opened it up. All I did was use the splice, these right here. I use these right here, and then I just kept messing with it till I got that opened. Not torn in half like the blue wire, which I messed up, but just torn in half, and I made some space so I can be able to solder right there, and then just go ahead and tape it up just like the other one. So that's what I'm gonna do now. And if you don't know where pin 89 is, it's on the opposite side of the blue one. So on this side was the blue one, as you guys can see, and you turn it over and we got the gray wire over here. And the first one right here starts with 79, so you just go up 79, 80, 81, 82, all the way to 89, and you can see that it's the gray and white wire. So I'm gonna go ahead and wire the blue wire from the WOT box to this gray wire. So now we're gonna get our blue wire from our box and route it and solder it right here. If you guys are wondering where I have the WOT box, it's in here. Usually everybody puts it in here. So as you can see, I have the other wires that I'm not going to use right now. I have them placed aside so I don't get confused with them. And then yeah, I just got the ground, the yellow one and the blue one going to the computer. So now I'm gonna go ahead and close this. And if you guys don't know how to open this, all you're gonna do is push this side in and push this side in together. Or maybe I could do it one by one. See, this side, and then you push this side, and then this should fall down. That way you have access to back here. And then when you're done, you just go back up and it should be able to clip right back. So now we're gonna go ahead and continue working. Now, like I said, we're gonna get the blue wire and we're gonna put it to the TPS gray and white wire, which is pin number 89. It's in the link in the description, so you guys can be able to see for yourself. But now, time to solder. All right, so went ahead and did it. Seems to look good to me. So yeah, I should be done with soldering here at the bottom. I already went ahead and taped it up. Now I'm gonna go ahead and get my ground wire, put the ground behind this, but I'm gonna sand it so it has good contact. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I went ahead and put on the ground, the end of it, the little attachment. So now I sanded it, and I'm actually gonna sand this just a little bit, just to make sure it has good contact. So this is gonna go right here, and then I'm gonna put the bolt. All right, so for this one, you do wanna make sure that it's tight since it's a ground. So I'm gonna keep going. Seems to me like it should be good. You don't wanna over tighten either. So just go by feel, you don't wanna strip it. So mine seems to be on good. And I should be able to put the computer back and then work on the rest of the wires. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Same thing, reverse the process. So I already got the red and orange wires right here, as you can see. I ran them down through the harness. It comes through the firewall, so I had to jack up the car and remove the splash shield. And if you guys can see right here, that is where the harness goes into the car. So all I did was kind of cut a hole. I don't know if you guys can see, but I cut a hole through the little rubber grommet, and then went into my car. And if you guys are wondering how, I had my feet up in the air over there and my head over here backwards, and yeah, it's up there. It's hard to see on camera, but it's gonna be up there somewhere. So what I recommend you guys do is tape up the wires to a coat hanger and just put it through. The way I did it was I had some light here in the splash shield. That way when I was inside the car, I can see the light, and then I just ran the hanger into that hole, and then I pulled it through on this side of the wheel well. But yeah, so now this cable right here is pin number 34. And in the instructions, it says that it's supposed to be red, but on my car it's white and blue. I also found another image of the pin diagram layout, and if you guys are wondering what this is called, it's called C133 connector. So that's pretty much what it is. And when I pulled it up on a forum for my car, it did show like 2 color options for that specific wire, and what that wire does is it goes to the coils. So yeah, I'll put the picture in the description. So I'll put a picture for the computer layout and the C133 connector layout. So yeah, it's gonna be pin number 34, like I said. And when I looked at the picture, it said that it would be white/light blue or red, and like I said in the instructions, it refers to the cable as red. But in my car, if you guys can see, it is white with light blue, and it's connected 34. It's right here, it says 34. And an easy way to check if it's the right cable would be to go ahead and look at the cable on your coils. And let me see if you guys can see this. I'll just show you on this side. So this is one of my coils right here, and there's that white and blue wire, if you guys can see that. So it should be the right one that I'm gonna go ahead and splice into. So as you can see, I already got it open. Now I'm just gonna cut it in half. We're gonna have one wire go to the bottom, and then the other wire go to the rest of it. I did have to cut this open a little bit to make some more wiggle room. And if you guys are wondering how to take off this cover, which is right here, it sits like this. You gotta like unclip it from all 4 sides. All I did was use a screwdriver and pry one side at a time and lift it up carefully. So that's pretty easy to get up. You do not have to unscrew this. This right here is to keep it connected. And so you don't need to mess with this bolt right here. Just unclip the cover. So now I'm gonna cut it in half and then I'll show you guys when I start soldering. I got the red wire going to the bottom half of the wire that goes to the connector. So the red is gonna go to this one right here, which is in the instructions it says the red watt box wire to the red C133 connector, but like I said, mine is white and blue. So I already went ahead and kind of put them together, and I got my little piece of metal here to protect the other wires, and then I'm gonna go ahead and just solder it together. Okay, so as you can see, I already got them wired, and in the instructions, this one, the orange one, they're referring to the black wire, but it's actually an orange wire. So this one's gonna go to the one that goes to the coils, and the red one's gonna go to the connector, as you can see. So this wire, the white and blue one, used to be together. Cut it in half, orange to the top, and then the red to the bottom, which is pin 34. So now I'm just gonna put the cover back on, and then I just need one more cable and it should be for the clutch, and I should be done. Hopefully everything works. Like I said, the last cable was the one for the clutch. So all I did was run it through here. There's an opening. So there's an opening through there behind the radio. It goes through behind the radio. So just run the wire over here, and then you're gonna look for the clutch cable, which is that green one. And this one right here, this blue teal one, is from the watt box. So all you do is connect it to that green one. Make sure that the green one stays together. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna cut a piece off of it. That way it's still connected, and then you add the teal one on. You solder it on. So all I did was twist it around and then solder it. And in the instructions, this green wire is the one closest to the steering column. There's two wires. It's gonna be the one that is at the bottom one, which is closest to the steering column. So that's the one that you get into. So all I gotta do now is just kind of clean everything up with zip ties and connect my ground, which it should be already connected. And I should start testing it, and it should be able to work. I mean, I connected everything pretty good, so we'll see. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. It was fun to make, and it was kind of scary, to be honest. If I can do it, you can do it. And I know I didn't really explain how to work the software itself, but I'll be sure to make another video on pretty much how to actually spit the flames, you know, how to mess with the software. This video was mainly just to, you know, for the install. But I have never done any wiring. This is the first time I've ever soldered, wired, spliced. This is the first time ever. I've never done this before. I mean, I've seen my dad do a couple of things, but yeah, this is the first time I've ever done it like by myself. And like, I'm proud of myself, man. My dad actually told me to wait for him, but I said, you know what, I think I could do it by myself. So I did. I took a risk and it paid off, man. I mean, it's awesome, you know, when you work on your car and you do it yourself. If you make a mistake, it's cool. You can learn from it, right? But it's up to you. If I did it, you can do it. I'll be sure to put all the links in the bottom and in the description. And yeah, man, if you guys have any questions, just be sure to comment. I'll try and help you guys out. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and let me know what you guys want to see in the next video. It's your boy JD2V. I'm out.